Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to flip through my first completely finished junk journal, but kind of give you some like backstory history onto how I got into junk journaling, because I do get a decent amount of comments being like, it's really cute, but I just don't get it. Like, why you ripping papers? Like, what is this? So before we dive into flipping through the first one, I wanted to go over how I kind of got into it. So back before COVID in 2020, we did a lot of traveling. We went to a lot of like planner conferences and stuff. So I wanted a way to document that stuff and all of the materials that we got along the way. So I started making these like scrapbook things. So this is when we went to Washington and I did a little workshop. So these are all the tickets from the workshop. So I just wanted like a place to put photos and like memory stuff, all the junk you pick up along the way when you are living your entire life. So birthday cards, all that stuff. So I kind of started to make these. COVID hit, fell out of it, didn't really have anything to do or go to. So I wanted to get back into this. I loved this. I really enjoyed keeping memories this way. So that kind of led me into junk journaling. Now, this journal is way removed from that. This is just for fun, random things I find in the wild or purchase, like these sticker books and stuff. I'm obsessed with these. I will link them below. And so this is more just like fun hobby, less like memory keeping. But I'm doing a separate junk journal for memory keeping, which is in here. So let's show you this first. This is by no means finished. It's just a coiled Erin Condren like white paper on a really big coil, because it gets bulky with all this stuff. So this is what I've been doing for memory keeping with all the materials and supplies that I've been getting. I don't do a lot of things with supplies lately, but as I start traveling more and doing that kind of stuff, I plan on doing a lot more spreads in here. So this is like an evolved version, more junk journaling than just like a scrapbook, but I would have taken these pieces and added them into this now, if that makes sense. So this was when we went to a lantern festival at the zoo. I saw Hades Town, so I took all of the like brochures, but then added some of the random junk journaling things I have. And then this is my birthday spread from all of my birthday cards. I cut them up, added little details to it, little notes, all of that. So that is my birthday spread. And then we went to a nightclub for my birthday, which is this page. So there's photos incorporated into it. It's like the mature version of the scrapbooking. But we're gonna flip through this big boy. Through that like rediscovery of scrapbooking and like documenting with the materials you get, brochures and all of that, I started to discover junk journaling, which is really just no rhyme or reason to it. Like, they're not based on anything in my life. They're found items. So like this page is from a book I found at a thrift store. I got a bunch of postcards and sort of like vintage stuff. So I've really been enjoying going to like thrift stores and finding these materials. So this is technically the first spread I did. I started in April. I'm really glad I put April there. And this was the second spread. And then it kind of goes on from there. So really I just pick a color scheme or a theme, like I've been enjoying Spy Family, and just layer different papers and things on top of it. So it's changed a lot. So it's really cool to see like the front couple of pages and spreads and where we get at the end of it. So I glued multiple pages together. So this is not the full notebook. It's like a quarter of it because I glued multiple pages. So this is like when I started to kind of incorporate more found in my life items. So this is all the Courage and Soar materials, and then incorporating the junk journal things. A little wax seal over here, so it's 3D. I will link some of my favorite places to get supplies below, but a lot of them are just the stickers I've been holding on to, little like note cards. I've started to, like I said, incorporate more things for my like everyday life into these spreads. So like this postcard I got from purchasing a print for my gallery wall. So I filmed a couple of videos of these two spreads, so you can go check them out and watch me make them. But it's just a fun, relaxing, kind of mindless hobby where I get to use a lot of different supplies and do different themes. This one actually Alex did. So he did his own little spread and tried out junk journaling for a little bit. Not his thing, but I appreciate his effort and I'm really glad to have a page done by him in here. So a lot of the junk journals I've seen tend to be quite like vintage looking. So I wanted to incorporate more pastels and bright colors and do my own little spin on things. So this is done with all of these macaroon flyers from a macaroon shop in Grand Rapids. So I like ripped them all up and used them. So I find that, like I said, they tend to be more neutral. So I wanted to do a mix of bright colors and more like pop art vibes and try different things. But this book was all about experimenting and seeing what styles I like, what types of supplies I like. Like this to me is very like classic junk journaling. And then I try to spice it up. Like this is from a taco place. So I'm in that realm where I'm trying to decide what goes into here and what goes into my like memory one. I think I want this one to be like main big spreads about big things. And if I get materials along the way in my life, like I don't need to do a whole spread in my memory junk journal about this one taco place we went to. But if it was on a trip, maybe then I do it in that one, if that makes sense. I don't know, I'm still figuring out. I've probably done like 60 to 70 spreads though. So I'm getting there, I'm figuring out. Like this to me is classic junk journal color scheme. So I just like to mix it up with things I find out in the world, like this little paint, like little drawing I found. This is a sticker from one of our drops. I think this was May, so I have 2 stickers here. And just incorporating different elements. Usually I pick like one element or one thing in my collection and then make a spread around it. And so like this one is Attack on Titan, all greens. And that was the last spread. So it's crazy to see the difference between like the beginning and the end. So I'll show you. So this was like my first couple of spreads. And then these were my finished spreads. So I'll get a little closer to show you the elements and the details. And obviously I have much more supplies now. So I can do a lot more with my spreads since my collection is bigger. But let me know if you want me to do like a desk walkthrough video. I have a specific desk for junk journaling. I call it my analog desk. So there's no technology or screens here. It's just me and my supplies. I can do a little walkthrough and show you all of the things that I like to use. But that is going to be it for today's video. I hope this makes more sense about junk journaling. It kind of started off as a memory keeping thing and then turned into just a fun way to use materials. So yeah, I hope that helps. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and let me know if you want to see that like desk tour, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.